Showtime, folks.
Welcome back, Performance Passport Travelers. Today is January 25th, 2025, and tonight at 8 p.m., we're here at the Irvine Barclay Theater for a night with none other than my favorite and our favorite, the incredible Sutton Foster. Elise and I are thrilled for this stop because Sutton is one of our favorite, absolute favorites, and this will be the fourth time that we've had the privilege of seeing her.
Absolutely. Sutton Foster is nothing short of a Broadway legend in her own right. She's won 2 Tony Awards, first for her breakout performance role in Thoroughly Modern Millie, and again in Anything Goes. Her stage presence, comedic timing, and her powerhouse vocals have made her one of the most celebrated performers in theater history.
Sutton is truly a force of nature. We've seen her here before, back at the Irvine Barclay, back on April 13th, 2019, when she gave a stunning performance filled with heart and charm. And of course, who could forget her performance as the baker's wife when we saw her at the Hollywood Bowl doing Into the Woods with a star-studded cast. That star-studded event was unforgettable, and Sutton's ability to bring depth and warmth to every role is why we keep coming back for more.
That's right, Danny. We just saw Sutton last month at the Amazon Theater, where she performed in Once Upon a Mattress, and she was just absolutely fantastic. She stole the show. Her timing and the physical comedy was phenomenal. It was a real joy to watch her bring her trademark humor and her energy to the role, and I'm still laughing at some of those hilarious moments. Watch out for those flying grapes.
And Sutton's talent extends far from Broadway. Many people know her from her television career, from standout roles in Bunheads and the hit series Younger. But what really makes tonight special is her background in cabaret. Sutton shines in the intimate settings like this, where she can connect with her audience on a personal level, and showcase her incredible range and her heartfelt balance to a playful, upbeat numbers.
Tonight's encore performance at the Irvine Barclay is sure to be something truly special. Sutton has a way of making every show feel fresh and new, and her ability to blend humor, emotion, and her powerhouse vocals is unmatched. Okay. And speaking of star-studded, Danny, did you hear the latest celebrity gossip? Sutton is rumored to be dating Hugh Jackman. He's an icon of both stage and screen, and let's be honest, he'll definitely be keeping an eye out for him tonight, just to see if, Hollywood's Wolverine might be in the audience.
I'll be scanning the crowd. Sutton and Hugh make such a huge power couple, 2 Broadway legends and 2 A-list stars. It just adds another layer of excitement for tonight's performance. We are so excited to share this stop on our performance passport journey with you tonight. It's always an honor to see Sutton Foster perform.
Welcome to Performance Passport, where every stop is a front row seat to greatness.
Don't look at me that way.
She's fierce, funny, and one of the most acclaimed performers ever to cross the Broadway stage.
I will blaze until I find my time and place. I will be fearless.
Now she's coming to Lincoln Center.
Frightened is you to help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being
Okay. Wow, what a performance.
It was nice. It was a lot of fun. And Sutton Foster it was a great show. We were not in our usual seats. This had been postponed a couple of times, so we were not that far. They were like in the 8th row.
Actually, we were really well centered.
Perfect. It was we're right center of the stage, just like 8 rows back. It was wonderful because it had actually inclined enough that we were right at the proper level to see a perfect view of Sutton and Michael, the pianist, the accompanist who was with her. Yeah.
Right. And, Sutton came out. Jerry Mandel was there.
Yes, he was here. It was
nice.
good to see him tonight. Yeah.
You can't seem to shake it. And it was wonderful seeing him. I think
but
he
I
was
think it's
here
because Sutton was part of his legacy.
Yeah, so it got like I said, I think
so he's retired, but he's still
18
around.
18 months since we were supposed to see her here. It's been about 18-month delay and 2 cancellations.
But Jerry is still part of the organization, being that he's the president emeritus, so he's still involved.
And so let's talk about the evening. Sutton walked out, and usually Sutton's kind of understated in her the way she looks. She's usually pretty casual, and tonight she looks spectacular.
She had a beautiful dress.
Yeah, she came out in a midnight blue sparkly gown that was sleeveless, and it just accented her.
She had like her Louis Vuitton heels. She looked beautiful. And she had just flown in today, so she's definitely a little jet lagged.
Yeah,
came in from New York, and 8 o'clock our time was already 11 o'clock her time. So, and especially being a mom, I'm sure she was going crazy all day today. So. Yeah,
and so she came out, and her first couple of songs were like Willy Wonka's Pure Imagination. Oh, she started with West Side Story.
Yes.
Tonight, and they were very deliberate. They weren't very brashy. They weren't very brassy, and they were just very deliberate.
She told a story. She was telling a story from the very beginning.
And actually the performance really didn't start kicking in until she started making it personal and started talking about her daughter, her 7-year-old, and that's when it really started having a lot of fun.
Yeah, she had musicals, and she had some really good, regular pop tunes. But she made it personal when she brought in, It's Raining Tacos, which is one of her daughter's favorite songs. And I'm sure they watched the movie over and over and over again. So I remember that, having a little kid in your life, you just get hooked on one thing over and over and over again. And it sounds like that's what Emily has done in her life.
Yeah, and you could tell how... you just see how great of a performer she is, how she can take something as simple as It's Raining Tacos, and it's phenomenal. So I never heard that song before. A lot of pop songs. My favorite of the night was she actually did Stevie Wonder's If It's Magic from the Songs in the Key of Life
And again,
album.
she made it her own. She definitely did not mimic anything. They were very deliberate songs that she chose and placed in. She made them her own. Yeah,
other songs that I remember. Oh, of course, the other one that I thought was Joni Mitchell's "Case of You." Love that song. Of course, she does the John Denver tune that she dedicates to her mother, "Sunshine on My Shoulders."
Yeah.
And
of course the James Robert Brown.
Jason Robert Brown. Yeah. The Moon and the Stars.
So that was always sweet.
She does that one so well.
Yeah.
Another one that she did was the Diane Fogelberg tune, Along Sang.
Yes,
so
she
did that tune. And
then she also did one of the songs from Once Upon a Mattress. So that was really sweet that she actually got into character as a princess in that one, and she told the backstory of how she
kicked off her shoes.
Yeah, she kicked off her shoes, and
so she could do the squat.
She brought in how she had brought in her friend to update the Once Upon a Mattress play.
Amy Palladino.
Yeah.
Amy Sherman Palladino.
So that was sweet.
It was great that she referenced the Bunhead days.
Yes.
A lot of people were definitely there for
Younger.
Younger was it?
Younger was big, but
that's understandable. But Bunheads was actually pretty well represented.
That is true. But that's the one, because that brought in her dancing and her singing.
That was ours. That was the one I said, like, wow, this is like Lorelai Gilmore.
Yes, and it sure was.
It was like, no, she's actually more talented than Laura Graham.
Lauren Graham, yeah.
Because she can dance unbelievably.
Yeah.
So. And so it was great. And like I said, there's hardly anybody on top of her game. There's hardly anybody as a working Broadway actress that has been in more bigger plays than Sutton. It's just a who's who, and
a lot of revivals, and she did great.
Oh, the Music Man, of course, was there. She did two tunes from their Good Night, which she sings to her daughter,
That's
and then
her nightly song to her daughter.
She ended as the encore.
Right.
But just a great night, and like I said, this was the concert that I highlighted for the year. Well, for the years, because it's been a while. But it didn't disappoint. It was fantastic.
Right.
Just what you would expect from Sutton.
I agree. And she definitely made it unique in her own way.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that was it. We saw the show 5 years ago. Was it going to be different? Yes, it was. Yeah, there were some aspects that was definitely, she kept the Oh, one thing too, her knitting. That was a great thing.
Not knitting, crocheting.
Excuse me. Yeah, she would kill me.
She's a crocheter.
Yeah, she actually brought out her crochet
yeah,
bag.
she brought her book too. Hooked.
And her book.
Yeah,
and she gave it
to someone in the front row.
Yeah, and then she asked them what their favorite color was, and then she proceeded, as she sang "Sunshine on My Shoulders," she proceeded to crochet a line of green that the person asked for.
Yeah,
so
what was her favorite color? It was green, so she started adding it to her blanket, and so now tonight will be a part of her life.
Yeah,
for the rest of that.
Yeah,
life.
She has this crocheted creation that has a color from all of the people that she's entertained.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful.
Yeah, and very much like her book, where she tells a story of everything that she's created. It's part of her story of her life. This blanket is now part of that life as well, in that story.
So great show. Didn't disappoint. And
what would you rate it?
God, like I said, I hate to give 10s.
I know.
But she kind of ticked all the boxes again. I mean, we were real spoiled.
Yeah.
We just got done seeing Carrie Butler just a couple of days ago, but I got to give it a 10 too.
Yeah, and even when Sutton did forget the lyrics, she was so charming and
so human.
And the fact that she had just been speaking about her daughter, and heck, she's got jet lag right now, so I don't blame her. She brought it around, and she worked with Michael and got to reconfigure in her head what the words were. And he was old school too. He didn't have an iPad on the piano. He actually had the lyrics, which is very rare to see nowadays too. Where he actually had old school paper. Yeah, he had the sheets in front of him, and they were all laminated, but he was able to help her out. No iPad, very much old school. I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, but so like I said, she checked all the boxes, and I'm giving her a 10.
Yeah,
I could be a little biased, but I thought it was a 10.
I'm giving her a 10 but
it was so personable.
It was and
really
I think
because
she's a personal favorite.
Yeah,
as well.
She's so personable. She really respects her audience, and the audience just truly loves her.
Yeah.
So
very much a connection. There was a young lady who was crying at the end of the show. She was we were all leaving, and she just couldn't help herself.
Couldn't control her emotions.
Yeah.
So
there was another lady behind me. She goes, "Oh my God, I know exactly what she feels like right now."
I wish she could have met her person, because when we had an opportunity to meet Sutton 5 years ago, she was just as kind to every young girl.
Yeah.
She was like, it's so refreshing to see somebody as talented, as huge, as there's nobody better than she is, and she is the most down-to-earth person.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she definitely took the time to mentor those girls, and I think that would have meant a lot. I mean, this poor young lady, she was just crying.
I thought she was. It looked like like a Beatles moment. She just literally lost it, because this show was over and she just busted up crying.
Right.
This is what great art does. It moves you to emotion.
Right.
So
it was fantastic.
So anyway, from the UCI Barclay Theater, Sutton Foster.
Yes.
And join us next time for Performance Passport. Our travelers. We'll see you next time on Performance Passport. It's so hard to get that name down yet. We have to learn it.
Yeah, until the next time. Thank you for traveling with us. This is Performance Passport. Until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.
As always, we will be out on the lookout for the very best performances in art to share with you. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more inspiring content.